And I don't know if you know them, and I think that the listeners might enjoy them.
Is shame glaze the same as cockgoop, or is that different?
You
might want to edit that one.
You know what though? It might maybe.
Okay.
I think it might be a Louis C.K. thing, but so maybe it's maybe doing it.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe I didn't jerk off in front of somebody, so I don't know.
Yeah, don't say a Louis C.K. thing unless it's like a bit about
how's this? I didn't jerk off in front of somebody without their permission. I don't know.
We'll edit this all, I think.
Welcome to Divorce with Friends, the podcast that reminds you, Tom, if you ever really need an ego check, if you ever want to be reminded how much you don't matter, just bring a pretty girl on air and have her tell funny stories, and you'll be reminded by the internet exactly how much you don't matter, because the internet told us how much we should bring Lindsay on and get rid of us immediately.
Yeah, they just wanted her to have her own podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I am Bobby Vito, and joined as always by my friend, my colleague, my partner, Tom. Tom, how are you?
Good. I'm surprised you remembered how to do the intro. It's been a minute.
It has been a minute. I was rehearsing all day.
The intro music is always nice when it hits. I'll tell you.
It does. It feels like it's like a warm hug from a good friend.
It is. It's delightful.
We took a couple weeks off. We had vacation. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But Tom, we do this at the beginning. I feel like it's resonated well. So people can find us. Where can you find us? You can email us at divorcewithfriends@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Instagram at divorcewithfriends. You can reach us on Twitter at divorcewfpod. Meg is hard at work on our new TikTok, which is coming soon. And Tom, you can see us here. We are on camera now.
Oh, wow.
We have a streaming system now. It's not streaming live because we're not confident enough on the technology that we're.
Well, we can't trust what Bobby's going to say. That's
we discussed that off air.
we need an editorial layer.
There will be an edit button, hot and heavy coming, but yeah. So hopefully we can get it. I see that I'm on camera, Tom. Can we see you on camera right now?
I don't know. I'm underdressed.
Can you wave for a second just so I can see? Yeah, you're there.
Okay.
We're there.
On camera? All right.
We're going to send it to Meg after, and Meg's going to make some funny fucking TikToks.
Okay.
Jill better not touch them because Jill is not funny at all.
What?
No, Jill sucks.
Wow. So much Jill slander.
Jill's okay. But so, Tom, the other part that's been very successful at the beginning of our podcast is the listener corrections email, the feedback.
Yep.
But we haven't gotten any corrections, mainly because we haven't had an episode in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But
nobody wanted to correct Lindsay, obviously.
No. The corrections were actually how great Lindsay has been.
Yeah, that was really
so we have some Lindsay feedback. I will pull those up.
Okay.
So 3 emails, I believe, right away from Lindsay, or a couple emails right away from Lindsay. So email 1, hey guys, loved the last episode. Just one note.
Okay.
More Lindsay.
More Lindsay, yeah.
More.
Yeah.
I just want more.
Yeah.
That was from Greg on Instagram.
Okay.
Greg is super horny for Lindsay. I totally get it.
Okay.
Speaking of which, Lindsay was so tickled by being back on the apps from the last episode.
Yes.
She broke up with the guy that she was talking about.
Oh, wow.
I can talk about this. So she was seeing a guy. She kind of teased it. She was like, if he plays his cards right, he might have something.
Yeah.
Guess
what? He played his cards wrong.
Very wrong.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm going to do this wrong.
Just betting too aggressively, not aggressively, some kind of misplaced hand.
It seemed like, so we recorded on like a Sunday. It seemed by Monday morning, he lost.
Wow.
He lost. She was back on the apps.
Yeah.
And she might be on the market, but she might be back off the market. We don't really know.
Yeah.
But he
maybe it was one of those guys who responded to that profile. You know what I mean? Like she was coming in hot and heavy. She got a lot of responses.
So what people don't know is when we recorded, I think she was on the apps for about an hour. We had about 25, 30 responses.
Yeah.
By the time we finished editing, which was an hour later,
30,000 responses.
Yeah, there was at least 200 responses to Lindsay.
Yeah.
So amazing that Lindsay/Emma was absolutely killing it, and I think it just awakened something in her, and she was ready to go back on the apps. And here she is, fellas. So be gentle with her. So she's ready to go. Here's another one. So this is from Josh on Gmail. Tom and Bobby, great episode. I think I speak for everyone when I say more Lindsay.
Yeah. That seems to be the consensus.
That's the consensus. More Lindsay. Yeah. Okay. So here's the last one. This is from Sarah on Instagram. Men, I may have misjudged you. Our friend is getting a divorce and sent my boyfriend of 4 years your podcast. Yikes. He tried to explain that it wasn't two 40-somethings bashing women for an hour. Good. Excuse me for being skeptical. I saw on Instagram the post before episode 7, and seeing that you were having a woman on the podcast, I decided to check it out myself. I have to say I was impressed. Lindsay was obviously great, so please bring her back. But you two aren't what I expected at all.
Oh, wow.
More female perspective would be nice, but I will listen again.
Wow. Okay. Right? Well, yeah. Female perspective is always welcome. We just,
I feel like the Greek owes us a little bit of an apology.
Yeah, that's true. We get some Greek in. We get some listener feedback. Yeah, so we diversify where we can.
Episode 7, I think, turned the page for a lot of people who are like, I don't think they like women.
Yeah.
And I've been saying for 6 episodes prior to that, quite the opposite.
That's true. You like women a lot.
I fucking love them.
Yeah, that's true.
I love everything about them.
Yep.
Love them. There's a woman in the apartment right now.
Wow.
I'm not going to say her name.
Yeah.
Might be Hollywood. Might not be.
Yep.
Big fan of them.
There you go.
Okay. Respect them. Respect everything about them.
Yeah.
So that's good. We do have another one, right? So if you recall, I have this little ongoing issue with A from Gmail.
Yes. Your nemesis.
My nemesis. I thought he was gone. He came at me hard, I think episode 3 or 4, when we discussed the issue with Belichick.
Yep.
It was, I said that Belichick couldn't please a younger woman because he was too old. And he was like, stop being a fucking pussy about this whole thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's not that I don't think he can, that he doesn't want to. I think physically he can't do the things that she wants. So A came back at me. And he wrote veto, again, V-E-T-O. He thinks this is funny now. It's like his
That's pretty funny, yeah, because of veto.
Veto, yeah. So he said,
legislation.
Veto, don't you think you might have been a little too hard on Hometown Jay? He's a 4 and she's a 10. Maybe that's true, but are you a 10? Should you be calling people a 4? Just saying. So I got to say.
Shots fired.
I know, it's pretty fire. So the thing about A on Gmail, so last time I took pretty big offense to like him saying, because I was like, you can't roll with the chicks that you fuck around with. I got to be honest. I'm definitely not 10. So he's onto something there.
Okay.
I didn't necessarily say that Hometown Jay was a 4. I was taking cues from a situation, from a conversation we had off air. However, I have said this.
Sounds like buck passing here. It sounds like some buck passing.
I will say this. I have said this to you on air.
Yep.
I have said this to many people.
Yep.
When a woman is interested in me,
yep.
When a woman's like, let me see your bedspread, when she wants to come see what I got going on.
She says,
yeah.
Women say that
when a woman's like, what type of comforter do you want? Let me see what your comforter.
Pretty smooth women you're talking to. That's
exactly.
That's a good pickup line.
That's what they say to me. When they say that to me, I am as shocked as anybody else in the room. I don't understand why they ask me those type of questions.
I don't believe that about you.
But I feel like there's certain things that some people are gifted with good face. Some people give good face, right? That Madonna song, Rita Hayworth gave good face. I don't have that. I can tell a good story. Mm-hmm. I can captivate you. And I can say things like, would you like to come see my bedspread? And she's like, that's an interesting way to put it. I think I would, right? And maybe that's why it works for me. So to A on Gmail, I'm going to say, no, I'm not a 10.
Yeah.
I'm probably not a 4. But I have figured out a formula that works for me.
Yeah, well, it's like everything in life. You have an energy, right? Yeah. And you have a willingness to shoot, I think the kids say, right? And those are really like, right? It's like in business life. Those are like usually more valuable qualities than just raw talent.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that looks get you. I mean, in high school, I think that looks get you the girl, right? But most of those kids, like the hot studs, like let's be honest, like they typically
it doesn't hurt, but it's not the only thing, right? It's like your Madden rating, right? It's like 99 speed. That's fun to be the quarterback with 99 speed.
Exactly.
But you're going to throw some interceptions, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And if you're just the guy, if you have some other attributes, those could, even things out, right?
I totally agree with that. I think that you gotta have a little bit of everything to kind of make it work these days. And I'll take a great personality with like a 6 face. That's fine.
Yep.
And now we're streaming.
Yeah.
So A on Gmail can see my 6 face.
Wow.
And
your WrestleMania hat.
My WrestleMania hat.
What happened in WrestleMania? You have a WrestleMania 6 hat.
This was at the Sky Dome, now the Rogers Center in Toronto.
Okay.
In April of 1990.
Okay.
This is where Hulk Hogan, R.I.P., who may have been a racist sounds like.
Oh yeah, he had the tape with the racist.
He
said the thing about his daughter's boyfriend. I think.
I feel like it's that
word.
It's Toronto Rob would love this reference, but it's like from one of the shitty Dark Knights.
Do you know who Joey Swole is?
Yeah, he get canceled.
Yeah, he got canceled. So Joey Swole is like a weightlifter.
Yeah.
Who does these like TikToks, Twitter videos, whatever. Like about like gym positive gym etiquette stuff, right? Yeah. Like he's like, oh, don't be like filming and yelling at people, and like, oh, if somebody's new to the gym, like encourage them. Which like, you know, as a fat guy who sometimes goes to the gym, like I like that, right?
Yeah.
But then he showed a video of himself in a Hulk Hogan costume, and everybody canceled him because he's supposed to be positive gym guy, and Hulk Hogan is problematic or whatever.
Yeah, because Hogan Hogan did the racist stuff during having sex with Bubba the Love Sponge's wife.
Yes,
he talked about what he didn't want Brooke having sex with a black guy, I think.
Yeah, and he called the boyfriend the N-word.
He called the N-word, and then he took down Gawker as a result.
Yeah, pretty wild story.
Because of Peter Thiel.
Yes.
Peter Thiel backed that.
Yes.
And then he started to back the T-Man. And then when he came back to Monday Night Raw, when they came on Netflix, I think it was, he got booed pretty hard.
Yeah.
And I feel like what happened after that is then he passed away. And it was one of those things where it was like, don't you feel bad that the last time you saw him, you booed him? And people were like, not fucking really.
Yeah.
Not fucking really. But so Joey Swole got canceled as a result. But then I saw he was back. The thing about it is that, like, obviously I don't know the guy, you know, his worst moments are recorded, but then you could argue like those were his worst recorded moments.
Right.
Watching any of those Netflix documentaries on Vince McMahon or anything, your childhood is littered with absolute monsters.
Yeah.
So if you want to cancel Hulk Hogan, I totally support it. I get why you would do that. Right. But you should probably cancel a lot of fucking people for shit. Ultimate Warrior was canceled too because he went to some college in the he passed away in 2014, I think.
Yeah.
And he was canceled for doing some speech at a college for racist shit too.
Yeah, legally changed his name to Warrior.
That's right.
That's a pretty wild move.
The only one who I think has stood up and done amazing stuff is Kevin Nash.
Oh yeah, Kevin Nash is a big lib, right?
Kevin Nash
hates Trump.
Slams Republicans like you read about, and I'm here for it.
It's pretty wild,
and I love it.
Like the type, but
no. Kevin Nash is the man. Great podcast too.
Well, I think you've really proven wrong about your desirability with your encyclopedic wrestling knowledge.
That's right. There you go. Fucking suck my dick.
Nothing that moves you closer to being a 10 than being able to recite what happens at each WrestleMania by Roman numeral.
There you go. So WrestleMania 6, by the way. So Sky Dome in Toronto, April of 1990. So last email comes from a friend of the podcast, longtime listener, Kathleen. So Kathleen, this actually comes with a screenshot, so this is actually very legit. Tom and Bobby, I don't know why I'm sharing this other than maybe you'll think it's funny. I met this guy a few months ago, and while he lives on the West Coast, I thought it would be a smart move to keep the text conversation going in the event he or I were in the other's area, and maybe we could meet up, right? So we've all been there, right? So you meet someone from a different area, maybe there were sparks, but it can't work out today, but maybe you text back and forth. I'm in the West Coast, you're on the East Coast, we'll hang out, right? Overall, it was pretty casual, but I started to get the impression that he was ghosting me. I mentioned it to my girlfriend, who decided she was going to text him from her number. The idea was simple. If he responded to a number he doesn't know, but not to me, then yes, he's ghosting me.
Okay.
He answered, the thread is attached. You ready?
Okay.
Hey, I'm going to be on the West Coast in September. Are you around? Sorry. Who is this? Ashley Peterson. Where do I know you from? Oh, is this not Sean? This is not. Oh my God. Sorry, wrong number.
But he responded to the,
Pics though? Ew, gross.
He said pics though?
So this guy wrote,
no.
How does this guy know there's not like Ashley Peterson isn't like a 13-year-old girl?
Wow. Yeah.
Kind of creepy.
Yeah, he's just firing. He's taking what he can get, I guess.
He's taking what he can get. I feel bad for Kathleen.
Yeah,
he's definitely done with this East Coast, West Coast thing.
And is ghosting, I mean, I feel like there's probably, I would guess, in the internet era, it's an incredibly high percentage of relationships ending ghosting.
Oh,
I
God.
wish I could see a statistic for that.
Because like even
Charted over time, right?
even on my brief experience on the apps,
Yeah.
you could be like in the middle of like chatting with someone like where you're about to go out,
Yeah.
and suddenly it's like, hey, so I'll see you tonight or tomorrow at this
It's
time,
just
and then they're not responding.
Yeah.
And it's because they've got thousands of other people chatting with them.
Right.
So
That
it's
makes
like
sense.
those are gone.
Yeah.
Now imagine someone who's like East Coast, West Coast, where it's like maybe I'll see you, maybe I won't see you.
Yeah.
I saw a text chain from a friend of mine whose mom had recently reconnected with their high school boyfriend of like 40 years ago.
Okay.
And it was like, hey, so he lived in Chicago, she lived in Boston. And I saw the text and it was like, the woman texted the guy like, hey, so you're in Boston this weekend? He's like, yeah, I'll be in Boston. She was texting him every now and then. This was over a year. He didn't respond for over a year. It was like, hey, hope you're doing well. I was thinking about you. I was in Boston this weekend thinking about you. And then a year later, he's like, hey, I'm in Boston this weekend. Like, no response for a year.
So I have a great idea.
Yeah.
This is a great idea for an app. Maybe this could be like a Divorce with Friends podcast, official app. It's
Podcast
like
mail for you listening.
Yeah, like a ghosting, divorce / like long-term relationship resolution app. So everybody wants a ghost, right? Nobody wants to actually like have the conversation. It's just awkward, or you meet for coffee or something, and it's just like, hey, yeah, it's not working out. I'm not really going to tell you why, but I'm going to give you some bullshit reason that kind of represents maybe part of why, but not really, right? So instead of that, everybody would rather ghost, right? Everybody ghosts. So
goes.
instead of that, you just ghost, and it's like, oh, like you just send a link to the app. And then you go into the app and you put in like, oh, okay, we were married for this many years. We have this much stuff. Like, what should we do? And the app just like divides it evenly, right? Or like, oh, we live together. I have a coach. You have like, this person has a dog, but this is how we got the dog. And then the app just goes like, okay, you get this. And then you're like, it's legally binding.
Tom, I mean, the reason that works is because you're like the most perfect human being of all time.
There you go. Everybody's
Signed off on by Tom. I mean,
Yeah.
I love it. I fucking love it.
But you gotta like click accept, right? It's like you get the link and nobody reads that shit anyway, right? It's just like a checkbox. It's like, oh, hey, this is the like relationship resolution. You're like, what is this? Okay, yeah. Then you just accept.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's an amazing move. But obviously, for Kathleen, that was a little bit that app is in development a little bit too late for her.
Didn't have it for her.
It didn't work. So Kathleen, I am very sorry. But maybe next time for you. So again, as we mentioned, we are filming this. We're going to send this to Meg. Hopefully she can chop it up and get it on the social media. But where have we been for the last couple of weeks? So I was on vacation with my boys.
Yes.
And we went up to the Lakes region in New Hampshire.
Lovely.
Where I love it. I love the Lakes region. And I saw some things in my boys that were amazing, but also alarming. And the alarming part was it's because they're very much like me in ways that like scare the shit out of me. So one thing I did notice was my older one, he wasn't going number 2. And I was like, what's going on, dude? And he's like, I just like to go at home. And I was like, fuck. Because I get that.
Yeah.
Because there was one time when I was in, I remember this very vividly. I was in Boy Scouts and I held it for a whole week because, because I didn't want anyone to walk in on me.
You held it for a week?
Dude, it was
As a little kid?
It was brutal.
Are you serious?
On the way home, it was like
That's not
lifting me
even
off
possible,
the seat.
is it?
I found a way to do it.
Wow.
And
what were you eating?
Everything. I was big and fat
Crazy.
back then too. I don't know where it was going.
Wow.
But I got this vision of him doing that.
Yeah.
And not being as strong-willed as me, and probably like shitting his pants in front of everybody, and then being the kid who shits his pants. So that's the kid.
Yeah.
Who he's gonna be like me. He can only shit at his own house, right?
Okay.
As a kid.
Yeah.
And then my other one, he's in the bathroom for like a half hour. I'm like, what are you doing? So I open the door, right, to make sure that he's not dead. He's not dead. He's completely naked on the toilet.
Yeah.
Like George Costanza.
Yeah, he's let it fly.
But I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I like to be naked. So I'm like, I can also relate to that.
Well, that's
Because when I'm home, when I was a little kid, I like to do that too.
Okay.
So then I started to think about what the other fucked up shit I did as a little kid that like I'm now like it's gonna happen to me. Like I have to be on the lookout for it.
Sure.
So it's like, what other weird things did I do as like a little kid that like now it's gonna happen to me as a dad,
Okay.
right? So I started to think of some weird fucking shit. So I remember these weird stories where it was like, this probably won't happen to me because we don't really live in this time anymore.
Yeah.
But for some reason, my dad He's probably going to embarrass him. But my dad had a bachelor party
Yeah.
for his brother, my uncle,
Okay.
at my house growing up.
Okay.
We were gone for the night. My mom took us to my grandparents' house.
Okay.
But apparently this was like a big thing, a stag party where they didn't like go on trips.
Oh, and you have like, yeah, okay, you have it at the house.
Yeah. And they had like porno.
Oh, really?
Weird.
That's very weird.
Very fucking weird. And I know he's going to listen to this. And instead of like throwing it out,
Yeah.
he like hid it in the place that dads hide shit. Where do you think that is?
The dads hide shit. I don't know.
Under your fucking mattress.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sure.
I would never fucking hide shit under my mattress. That's the last place in the world that I would hide things.
Well, I think a lot of times the setup isn't great for that. And yeah, I don't.
I mean, back then you had box springs. I haven't had a box spring
guess,
since like
yeah.
the Clinton administration.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like now it's like everything's like a platform.
Sure.
But I remember like finding like porno mags under my I like looked because it's like on a television show. A kid found like what he wasn't supposed to find.
Yeah, that was a
under-
classic. Yeah.
It's like a trope.
But that never even occurred to me. I was just never like very curious about my parents. I was just like, they could do what I don't know what's going on in there. That's their like, I would never have done that. I don't know.
I don't know why. I wasn't curious about my parents.
Yeah,
I just assumed that like
you were
it
like,
was
oh,
on a
this must be-
show.
But I also like, I don't think I thought of my dad as like a person who.
Yeah,
could
that's
do
fair.
that. You know what I mean? Like you were just like, not in like, oh, he's so like whatever. It's just like, he's not like a real person. He's my dad.
You know what's so funny though? I'm going to say this and then I'm going to instantly take it back.
Okay.
Everybody in my life is like, your dad's the coolest guy.
Your dad's great. I love your dad.
I don't know. In my mind, I'm like, he's not the coolest guy. But like
Really?
in my mind, everyone's like, your dad's the coolest guy. So in my mind, I'm like, he's like, that's what he does.
Yeah,
Like,
that's your dad. Right. Yeah,
So,
he's
like
that's
that-
expected value.
expected value.
Yeah.
So I find them under his mattress, right? And I can't just keep it to myself.
Okay.
So we like show the neighborhood kids because we can't just fucking.
You know what age this was? Or?
Second grade maybe? Second or
Wow,
third grade?
second grade. Okay.
I have no idea how long they were in there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I can't tell
Okay.
by I mean they were like dirty like hustler magazines
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit. I have no idea how long they were in there. I can't like keep this to myself. I gotta like show the fucking neighbors.
Sure.
And they can't keep a secret to save their lives.
Okay.
So I remember coming home.
Yeah.
And the neighbor's mom had called my mom.
Wow.
And I'm like coming back thinking like I'm gonna get like shark bites or like some sort of like
Oh
delicious
yeah, that's
snack.
the worst. When you do something bad
Yeah.
as a little kid, and you know, like whenever there's that sort of like pregnant pause in between where you're like, I know I'm in trouble.
Oh, God.
And like I know, and then I'm waiting for the punishment.
Because dad worked in
That's
the
just the
office at the
worst.
time. Like this is in like the early '90s where my dad wore like a suit and tie to the office every day.
Yeah.
You know, and there's no cell phones.
Yeah.
I don't even think he had a pager at this point. So it was like he might have called to say he's on his way home, but like you didn't talk to your dad until he got home.
No, and it was there was no communication in between. So I had the one that I had was like not porn related, but so there was a kid in the neighborhood who was older than us, and everybody thought he was like a drug dealer.
Okay.
Right? I don't know if he was or not. So he had like a pickup baseball game, and I had been told in no uncertain terms, you do not go to that kid's house. Right. So of course I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna go to that kid's house. So I ride my bike over, I play the pickup baseball game, and because I am like the world's worst criminal, I forget my glove.
Okay.
Right. So now I have only one glove.
Yep.
I have like a baseball game coming up. I have to explain. I left my glove. Where'd you leave your glove? The specific house that I'm not supposed to go to. Go get your glove. And that I remember vividly the bike ride over there being like, I'm going to like prison. I don't know what's going to happen to me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
This is like the worst punishment anyone has ever gotten.
Yeah, and like I feel I remember like now I think to like you know kids and smartphones.
Yeah.
And like Pornhub is on like every you can get it anywhere you want.
Yeah.
So like I don't think I get in trouble. Like I didn't get I didn't like get beaten or anything like that.
Yeah.
But like the embarrassment of like knowing from my mother that I saw a naked woman and having to explain it to my dad. I don't even think the embarrassment was that I went into their room.
No, yeah.
It was more of like I
Conversation
saw this
with your
thing.
parents and
Like again like those tropes of like watching a movie with your parents and like a sex scene breaks out. You're like, oh, I gotta leave. Somebody I know just died.
Yeah, right.
Like
Yeah,
that's like that moment, like living in trauma over
Yeah,
and over
yeah.
again. So like I basically think I know my kids are gonna be like the horniest kids fucking ever.
Okay.
Because like there was also these times of like you're on a quest to just see naked women at all times.
Yeah.
So my aunt lived in Tingsboro.
Yeah.
And she had the Spice Channel.
Yeah.
So when I would go babysit, my friends would be like, I'm not going to give his name, but he'd be like, can I come babysit with you?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, sure. So one time he babysits and he brings one of those like, he brings a blank VHS.
Yeah.
And he sets it to like the long play of like 9 hours. And when they go to bed, he puts on the Spice Channel and records the dirty Spice shit.
Wow.
And shuts the thing off and then wakes up before my aunt and uncle do it. And then he's got like 7 hours of like filthy fucking Spice shit.
Yeah, tell me
right?
that name off air. That's a pretty wild move.
Yeah.
It's pretty crafty.
He writes books, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But it's also like there's not that barrier to entry anymore, though, right? There's no hijinks like that anymore,
No.
right? It's like you just get it.
Well, now because the last thing is like I was like I knew I think I was scarred from that story with my parents, whereas like I can't get caught doing that shit again. So I wouldn't, I'll borrow his tape, but I can't get caught by my aunt and uncle. I feel like my uncle would have been like, yeah, good for you. But like, I can't get caught doing that. So I can't like do that. But like, I remember just like surfing the preview channel. Remember the TV guide channel where it was a constant scroll and it would show you what was on.
Yep.
And I remember like finding a show.
Yeah.
And it would be on it like on maybe USA or something. And I remember USA had like silk stockings or some other dirty shit. And it was on at 2 a.m.
Yep.
And I remember being like, I'm going to force myself on the Friday night and Saturday to stay up
so
all night to watch this.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what the show was called, but it had a provocative name.
Sure.
And I remember falling asleep and waking up, falling asleep, and it wasn't 2 a.m. And I woke up and it's 2:15. I'm like, shit. So I like run downstairs.
Yeah.
I had no idea what the show was.
Yeah.
And I turn on the TV.
Yeah.
And I see Captain Kirk as a fucking cop. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? And you know what it was? It was T.J. Hooker.
Yeah.
That's what the show was. It was. I saw the name Hooker, and I thought it was about a goddamn prostitute.
Wow. Okay.
No, it was a fucking. It was Captain Kirk as a
T.
T.J. Hooker was his goddamn name.
Yeah.
I was a fucking idiot 13-year-old who thought it was a fucking dirty show.
Incredibly disappointing.
I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
And if I just had the fucking internet,
That's
I
kinda
could have
like-
learned what it was.
Yeah, that's like in the like sort of Napster, Kazaa, BearShare
Yes.
era
Yeah.
when you like download something and you wait for like 3 hours and then you're like, oh, it's just fucking cats meowing or some shit. It's not an actual video. Yeah.
Absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
So like that's like what I'm afraid is going to happen to my kid. Like I'm preparing myself mentally for like, all right, it's no big deal. Like you downloaded some anime porn, I'm fine with it. Like whatever. Like we're gonna get through it together. Like I still love you. But like the other things, they're not. I don't know how I'm gonna prepare them for this. But like, there's the moments where you liked a girl.
Yeah.
And somehow you got her phone number. I don't know how you did it. On Gmail, you just got her fucking number. You said something.
Yeah.
And you called, and her dad picked up, and you had to be like,
yeah.
Hey, hi, Mr. Smith. This is Bobby. Is Samantha home? And he had to get his daughter on the phone.
Sure.
How did you get through those moments?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they're ready for those because,
Yeah.
when I would go pick up a girl for a date, obviously my dad drove.
Right.
He'd go, we'd pull into her driveway.
Yeah.
And he'd go to her door and get her.
Right.
And I'd be like,
yeah.
huh? He's like, get out of the car and go get her at the door.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I think that has translated to my life where like
Right.
I understand that that's what you do, but I don't even know if kids do that these days.
No, well, that's like a get off my lawn thing, but it's a different world. Yeah.
They don't have to do that.
No.
But you know what they do, Tom?
What do they do?
They get married and they cheat on their wives, Tom. So in the news,
What a segue.
it's quite the segue. The radio,
Well, especially the kids who are finding porn and stuff, right? Like
under the dad's mattress. Thanks, Dad.
Thanks.
Andy Byron. So we've been gone a little bit. This story broke actually the week that I think the first week
this
after.
is like in internet years. This was a while ago, right?
So I think what the kids would say to you and I is that we're a little late to the story.
Yeah, a little late. Yeah.
But I think what we wanted to do is let the dust settle.
Sure.
Kind of get into it a little bit, and I
Yeah.
think that's fair. So basically, here's the story. So Andy Byron was the CEO of a company called Astronomer.
Yes.
Okay. So back in mid-July, I think it was July 16th and 17th. Coldplay is playing 2 concerts at Gillette Stadium. He is going to bring a friend, right? So he's going to bring a friend from work, Kristen Cabot. It's no big deal, right? Well, during the middle of the show, Coldplay brings out the old-timed kiss cam, Tom.
Kiss cam.
Do you think any sort of hijinks are going to happen with that, Tom?
Well, I mean, the kiss cam's adorable and it's heartwarming and everybody loved it, right?
All right. Well, let me tell you something. So they do the kiss cam. They're looking around the crowd. They see Andy Byron and his friend from work, Kristen, and hilarity ensues. So let's take a listen.
네, 모든 게 돼 있어요.
Oh shit.
Oops.
So Chris Martin from Coldplay.
I'm not quite sure what to do.
Chris Martin from Coldplay fucking nails it.
Yeah.
So I see this obviously the next day, just like everybody else,
Yeah.
and I kind of don't pay much attention to it, mainly because the internet fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Because you see this stuff and like, I don't know if it's a joke or if they're in on it or if it's like his friend or whatever the situation is.
Sure.
But it doesn't go away because I see it maybe like 8 or 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
By 10, it doesn't go away. By 11, it doesn't go away. By noon, it is everywhere.
Yeah.
It is meme central. You cannot escape the story. And ultimately what we learned is Andy Byron is the CEO of Astronomer, right? So it's a tech company, startup company.
Yeah.
And Kristen Cabot is not just his friend. She is the chief people officer of the same company that he works at. And guess what, Tom? They're both fucking married.
Yeah.
And the internet has decided that this is the most important thing of maybe the year. Would you agree?
Crazy how much the internet loved it. Yeah. I mean, it burned out fast like everything else, but yeah.
It is crazy. So if you haven't seen it, I don't know where you fucking have been, but basically they're in sweet embrace, enjoying the luscious sounds of Chris Martin's wonderful voice. I like
Yeah.
Coldplay. I mean, the first 3 albums were fire.
Yeah.
I want to
No,
say.
I like Coldplay.
I couldn't tell you anything that they've done since the X and Y album.
Yeah.
I don't think. I could
Yeah,
tell
I
you
don't
anything.
like seek Coldplay out, but
Yeah.
if it's like on, I'm like, oh, that's Coldplay.
It's
That's
Coldplay.
fine.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
It's very,
Sure.
It's good. So he's holding his baby, right? If you didn't know them, you'd think they're together.
Yeah.
And the kiss cam gets on them, and they realize they're on the kiss cam, and he fucking basically pushes her the fuck out of the way, ducks like a jackass.
Yeah.
There's some chick next door who the internet goes ablaze to be like, oh, she works with them. She's
Yeah.
in on it.
Yeah.
This girl is actually no one that anybody knows, I don't
Yeah.
think. And they both disappear. Chris Martin's like, oh, I think they're having an affair or they're really shy. I don't know
Right.
what the fuck's going on. Turns out, yes, they're having an affair. They're both married. There's a bunch of different shit. I think I think SNL was off. I think they're off for the summer. I'm sure that would have been like a giant skit if they weren't off
yeah.
in the summer.
Well, they did. So people, and this is like they've done like 15 of these at sporting events, right? Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
fake kiss cam, and then the Megan Rapinoe just did one with like Sue Bird, and then they have like a mascot usually, right? Like that thing. Yeah.
Well, everybody said, and Toronto Rob said it, and I said to the Greek, I go, your husband's extremely smart. He's like, if he just acted chill about it,
Yeah, that's what people say.
and everybody, and by the way, she's right. That's what everybody said.
Yeah.
And by the way, everybody did say that,
Everybody says.
but he's not wrong.
We're not giving Toronto Rob
I know you hate Toronto,
no credit.
but he's not wrong.
You get zero credit.
If they just acted chill,
Yes.
nobody's watching that video.
Yeah, 100%.
That,
Nobody cares.
that video became viral because of what they did, obviously, and what Chris Martin said. But he said what he said because of what they did.
Well, and it's so this is a weird meandering sort of like analogy, but if you stay with me, so like politically, right? Like if you remember, like Mitt Romney, right? Mitt Romney got a bunch of shit for a couple different scandals that he had, right? And there were these scandals where it was like he said like I like to fire people, and he talked about how like his dog was on the top of his car and everything, right? Like
Did he
there
say
were
that?
Yeah, I think I think the dog was like transported in a crate or something on top of the car, but the visual was that like he just like strapped his dog to the top of the car, So anyway, it was like and people talked about like his gaffes or whatever, right? And you see like other politicians, who maybe we don't need to, sort of like, lightning rod names, might have like what seem like much worse scandals and not get the same level of shit. But I think sometimes it's like, if the scandal reinforces, right, something, if the scandal is either like totally antithetical to like something you think about somebody or like reinforces something that you kind of want to think about somebody. So it's like, I think one of the things that people like is like, this guy, see, I don't know the guy obviously, but he seems like a sort of typical douchebag CEO.
He does.
Right.
He really
so
does.
I think people like that it's like, oh, this is a typical douchebag CEO. And then there's like layers to it you can uncover later. Oh, she was the chief people. Oh, who was the woman with her? Like you said, oh, she worked for the chief people officer. And and then there were like these leaks that like everybody at the company hated him or whatever. Right.
Yeah. Well, because there was a lot of stories afterwards too, and you don't know how true they are, but they'd be like, TikToks or Instagram stories of people who worked with him at other companies.
Yeah.
And talked about how he wasn't the CEO of a company they worked for, but he was on the C level, or he was a VP or an SVP.
Yeah.
And he was shady, and he did X, Y, and Z at these companies, and he screwed them out of whatever.
So he almost represents hateable bosses, kind of, right? For people, I think, right? And it's
100%.
Like, oh, this is what I want to believe about the bosses that I hate, right?
Well, so a couple things. So there was stories that came out afterwards that, Andy will not be denied by this. Andy Byron is actually thinking of suing Coldplay for emotional distress, which, by the way, from everything that we found from our research, it has not been founded. He's not filed anything.
Well, there was a whole fake press release, and I actually texted it to you at the time, right? I was like, oh, look at this press release this guy did. This is terrible. But it was somebody, probably AI generated and faked on his behalf. He did not put out the press release or any press release at the time.
Yeah, but it was paint by numbers too, because it did the thing.
Yes,
my wife stands by me.
Yeah,
everything
right.
that every
like
fucking
all the
piece of
typical,
shit does.
which again they probably just fed it to ChatGPT or something. But that's an interesting one too, because it's like it gets around. And when I see those, it's very hard now too. You have to be like extra incredulous to be like, oh, okay, this might be AI, right? Because it's like,
yeah, and I think so. The rumors are that he's thinking of suing, emotional distress. So everything I found was like he made from astronomer before he was let go between $450,000 and $650,000 a year before bonuses. But his net worth is somewhere between 50 and 70 million.
Yeah,
he's got houses in Kennebunk, Northborough, Mass, maybe somewhere in that area. But either way, so he's got a ton of money. But Coldplay doubles down, and they're not going to stop the Kiss Cam, but they are going to start to warn people that the Kiss Cam is coming. So this is in Wisconsin after the Gillette shows.
We'd like to say hello to some of you in the crowd. How we're going to do that is we're going to use our cameras and put some of you on the big screen. So please.
So don't be an Andy Byron, be a fucking bitch.
Do your makeup now.
Do your makeup. Get your mistresses the fuck out of here. Right? So he warns people that they're going to do it. But here's the funny thing. You just mentioned, like, he's hateable, right? People want this story not to go away. Sure. What I thought was so funny is a couple weeks go by, and this is I'm kind of glad we waited to do this story, was astronomer gets a PR firm, and instead of like separating themselves from the story, Coldplay, what do, Tom? What do they do to lean the fuck into this and be like, no, we are that company. He did work for us, and he did do this thing. What did they do, Tom?
They hire...
Who do they hire?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
And who's she?
Gwyneth Paltrow is the ex-wife, right?
Yeah.
Of Chris Martin.
Yeah.
And Coldplay.
And I realized that like Gen Alpha, fuck them, whoever they are now, may not know that.
Yeah.
But people who are buying Astronomer,
yeah,
they do know that.
Yeah.
Right? Because they would do that. So she's now, Gwyneth Paltrow is now the spokesperson for Astronomer.
Thank you for your interest in Astronomer.
This is their commercial.
Hi, I'm Gwyneth Paltrow.
Hello, Gwyneth.
I've been hired on a very temporary basis to speak on behalf of the 300 plus employees at Astronomer. Astronomer has gotten a lot of questions over the last few days.
I bet you.
And they wanted me to answer the most common ones.
Which ones? So they're going to type them in.
Yes. Astronomer is the best place to run Apache Airflow, unifying the experience of running data, ML, and AI pipelines at scale. We've been thrilled so many people have a newfound interest in data.
I kind of know what this stuff is. She has no idea.
As for the other questions we've received. Yes, there is still room available at our Beyond Analytics event in September. We will now be returning to what we do best, delivering game-changing results for our customers. Thank you for your interest in Astronomer.
So they must fucking hate this guy as much as everybody else on the internet hates this guy. The ones who really suffer, obviously, are his wife, his kids, Kristen Cabot's family. I think she's married to another CEO.
Do you think, like a quick divorce question, do you think Gwyneth Paltrow does she have kids with Chris Martin?
Yeah, one is in Apple or something.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Do you think that she pings Chris Martin before she does a commercial?
All right, so all I know about her post-divorce is she had some weird like vagina goop that she was selling.
Yeah.
Like weird stuff. I feel like other than that, the only guy in there, reason I bring up that, not she can have whatever vagina goop she wants. I feel like they had. Yeah.
That helps our female respect cred. That's
Ladies,
good. Yeah.
if you want to sell
Sell
vagina
whatever
goop
vagina goop you want.
from Divorce with Friends.
Sell dick goop if you want and take guys' money.
Guys,
That's fine.
fuck
Yeah.
it. From Tom.
Goop for your cock. All of this.
There it is, folks. Divorce with Friends, goop cock.
I think it'd be cock goop.
Cock goop.
Yeah.
If so, here's the thing. The reason I brought that up is the only thing I've ever heard from them, from other than the goop, was they had a great relationship post divorce.
There you go. Yeah. So
Because he was dating some celebrities, she was dating some celebrities. Great co-parenting situation.
Yeah.
She sells goop.
So I think if you have a positive co-parenting situation, you probably just like, hey, they asked me to do this. Like, I think it's kind of funny, tongue in cheek. Is that cool?
Yeah, and I think,
And he probably wouldn't care.
and I don't think he didn't do anything wrong.
No,
because
no.
the funny thing is that there was a lot of shrapnel and cheap shots taken at Coldplay after this. The tweet I told you about, and I apologize, I'm sure you're not listening, was the one who was like, Coldplay hasn't had a single in over 20 years, and tonight they made 2. And the thing is the first Coldplay album, Parachutes, the second one, Rush of Blood to the Head, and the third one, I think it was X and Y.
Yeah.
Phenomenal albums.
Yeah.
Like great albums. Between like 99 maybe or 2000 and like 2006 or 7, that band was untouchable. I don't know what the fuck they're doing now. Selling like Gillette Stadium, obviously, but like
I think they're doing fine. Yeah, I
they're
don't feel
doing-
that bad for them.
I'm not feeling bad.
Yeah.
Fucking, they're doing fine.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're selling it out, and this guy, like, because think about like the psychopathy of this guy, right?
Yeah.
He knows he's cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
So he doesn't bring her to a public place that's small.
Right.
So he brings it to a giant public place
Yeah.
that's small enough for them to disappear, if you will.
So here's a question. Where do you think this is? He must have been cheating for a long time. I would
yeah.
get, right? Because it's like, that's not your early.
That's not their first date.
Yeah. It's like the show Dexter came back, Dexter,
Yeah.
the serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not like your first kill, right? That's not like your early, like, I've never cheated on my wife before. I just started cheating and now we're going to go to Fenway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like but that's like, he's had success. He's got some proof of concept where he's successfully cheated in all these other environments. He took her to a bar, he took her to wherever. And now it's like, okay, yeah.
Do you think he's getting more brazen?
Yeah. He's getting, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely.
It's sloppy.
Well, okay, imagine this. Out of all the places, he could have taken him to a restaurant, and if you think about like the I'm fucked scale,
Yeah.
a restaurant at Patriot Place, let's just say,
Yeah.
whatever the fanciest restaurant there, the chance of getting caught there are way higher than at a Coldplay concert.
In a way, yeah, right. Or like your local whatever, right? Like if you're
Yeah.
in town, yeah.
Go to Boston, go to Providence, wherever they go. Even if they went to New York for the night, right?
Although counterpoint is like if you're at a restaurant, you're not swaying.
True.
Like arm in arm.
And-
so you could probably pass it off more.
But like the idea, like you and I,
yeah.
like, hey, breaking news. I'm gonna actually break some news here. Tom and I were at that show.
Yeah.
Fucking sucking each other's
Swaying.
cocks.
Yep.
And we were not on the kiss cam because they just didn't catch us.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, but you didn't know.
Yeah.
And that's what Tom and I do. We go to Coldplay concerts once a year. And we blow each other.
Yeah.
But nobody knows because we weren't on the camera. So
Yeah.
he just happened to get caught. So like when
Right.
when he got those tickets,
Yeah.
I guarantee the ways he was going to get caught, kiss cam was never on the like. When he,
No,
when,
yeah,
like,
you don't do that.
You know, like I call you with all like the fucking awful shit that happens in my life, and you're like, well, your brain goes to dark places, and they think of all the terrible possibilities. When he's thinking of all the ways that he can get caught with Kristen Cabot,
Yeah, no,
his brain's not
running
like,
into people.
what if I'm on the kiss cam and Chris Martin's like, whoa, look at those two up there.
That does still seem like even if your concern is running into somebody,
Yeah.
there's enough people at a concert like that. And like,
Yeah.
you always hear, right? If you go to a concert like that and then you go on Facebook, you'll probably see somebody else in your network who went to the same concert.
Yeah.
So it is like pretty aggressive to just be arm in arm. And wasn't there an element of, there was like another coworker there. So there's like some element of like company function or whatever. It was pretty wild.
Well, the story just gets weirder because not only did the internet love it, which
Yeah.
makes sense because misery loves company
Yeah, yeah,
and the internet's miserable.
Yeah.
TMZ got a video of them from the back angle,
Right,
where
right,
it was
right.
like TMZ exclusive,
Yeah.
him like with his hands like down her pants from like behind, and it's like,
weaving. Yeah.
who the fuck not only is taking that video, but then it's like, I might have a video of these two canoodling that
Let
I
me
can.
go back through all my videos for the content.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sell it to TMZ so
Yeah.
I can get my 15 minutes of fame right before. Like that's fucking crazy. So again, it doesn't look like he is actually suing. Maybe he's gonna sue Divorce with Friends. Good luck to you, sir. Get in line. But yeah, so that's what's going on over there. Good luck to the spouses and the significant others. I hope they fuck. I hope they get together and
Oh yeah, to
bang.
get them back. Yeah,
Yeah,
good
just
for
get
them.
back at them.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah, that's a good movie. That's like a movie ending, right?
Maybe
like they get back
Coldplay.
together.
Coldplay should bring them.
Or they
out.
start scheming
Yeah.
and then they fall in love,
Fall
right?
in
Like
love.
they're like, oh, hey, let's like exchange information about it. What piece of shit these guys are, and then they fall.
That would be great. That would be like a rom com, and then the movie ends with the new Coldplay single. Maybe this is a work.
Yeah, Coldplay like has them on stage or something, right?
God
Like, and they're
damn.
like, oh, come on up.
And if I find that Gwyneth
They get caught in
Paltrow
the
is in this movie hawking her pussy goop, I'm pissed. I mean, fucking bullshit. You had me. You had me, Coldplay.
yeah, the guy's wife starts a cock goop company.
Fucking. I was defending everyone.
Takes
Shit.
advantage of guys.
Can you imagine this? I'm on this podcast, like defending everyone shitting on Coldplay, and they were in on this. They were on this fucking ruse the whole
The
time.
whole time just to sell pussy goop, cock goop.
So, this actually, so I wouldn't just make fun of two schmucks making fools of themselves on a national stage.
No.
Without making fun of myself, Tom.
Sure.
So I have two good stories about workplace hookups.
Okay.
They both end with egg and shame glaze on my face.
Wow. Okay.
And I don't know if you know them, and I think that the listeners might enjoy them.
Shame glaze the same as cock goop, or is that different?
In
you might want to edit that one. out.
you know what though? It might
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay.
I think it might be a Louis C.K. thing, but so maybe it's maybe doing it.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe I didn't jerk off in front of somebody, so
Oh
no.
yeah, don't say a Louis C.K. thing unless it's like a
Maybe-
bit about
how's
how
this? I
the
didn't jerk
internet's
off in front of somebody without their permission. I don't know.
I think.
So if you saw our Instagram post on Tuesday, I think it was, the topics would be cheating, which we covered.
Okay.
The next would be motel.
Okay.
So how do we get to the motel? So workplace hookup number one. So as we talked about in episode 1, I used to be a notorious workplace hooker-upper.
Okay.
And Hollywood's here. She has heard this story and thought it was funny. And
Okay.
she was like, yeah, you can share it.
Okay.
So I used to work at this company, and one of the perks of working for this company in the business office
Okay.
was you get to go to the suite to a Red Sox game
Okay.
early in the season.
Okay.
And it was the whole business department, and they'd pick a game in April. And this happened to be, let's say, like Easter weekend. So it was like the Thursday before like Easter weekend.
Okay.
And the game was super early, so everyone gets to leave at like 10 a.m. And you pregame at Game On, which is underneath Fenway,
Okay.
and go up to the suite, and the suite is fully loaded with all the alcohol and food that you want to eat for this.
It's like a great idea.
Sounds like the fucking worst idea. Because keep in mind, everybody in the business department, if you weren't like in your 50s, you're in your 20s, because the only way they could staff it was idiots who would work for like 28 grand in Red Sox tickets.
Yeah, it's a nightmare for the chief people officer, I would think.
The chief people officer would not be happy with the
Right.
situation, right? So I'm there with a bunch of 20-somethings, and we're drinking Game On, probably way too much before we get to the suite.
Sure.
And we go to the suite, we're drinking more, and a friend of the podcast, who you know as well,
Yeah.
says, hey, this person who had to be the leave behind, so the leave behind couldn't come with us to this thing because one person had to be left behind at the office.
Oh, okay.
They get to go to another game with the sales department.
Okay.
Can you text them, because this is like 2007?
Okay.
So I was like 25.
Okay.
Can you text them and ask them to send this report to somebody by the end of the day?
So the leave behind is like,
They're
you know,
on-
at the State of the Union?
Yeah.
They have one guy
Yeah.
who's not at the State of the Union
Yeah.
in case they blow up everybody at the State of the Union.
100%.
So the leave behind is like, whatever happens at Game On, we need somebody not at Game On.
Yep.
Okay. Got it.
So I'm going to be very clear.
Yeah.
This leave behind is
Yeah.
a female.
Okay.
She's a little bit older than me.
Okay.
We're on the same level.
Okay.
Right? we're
Morally, spiritually, or business-wise?
professionally on the same
Professional.
level.
Okay, got it.
I'm not her subordinate. She does not report to me in any way.
Okay.
Right?
Just be clear.
Very clear.
Yeah.
Okay. But also, I'm 25 and a complete fucking moron.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the things that I'm about to say, I don't condone them.
Okay.
I paid for my mistakes, and we'll get to that. Okay. So
That's a good start.
I am hammered.
Okay.
I'm the wrong person for this person to be asking to send this text.
Okay.
He should have sent this text. Okay.
Got it.
So I send the person the text.
Yeah.
Can you send this report by the end of the day?
Yeah.
She writes back, not a problem. How's the game?
And you send a picture of your cock.
So I send a picture of my cock. So I say,
Yeah.
hasn't started yet.
Yep.
Maybe we should play a game.
Oh,
To which she, I know. Dude.
Really?
I fucking know.
Oh, jeez.
To which she responds, what game is that?
Oh, no. Why
So-
did you do that? Okay.
I know. So here comes Bobby Vito, thinking of the games that I play when I do my radio stuff. So I say, we'll play a game. It's called What Color Panties Are You Wearing?
Oh, that's okay.
Right?
It's a little on the nose in terms of games.
Right?
This game is-
But here's the thing. I'm
Yeah.
it's 11:30
Yep.
on a Thursday.
Yep.
I am way too drunk to realize how bad of an idea this is.
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
So I go show the guy who asked me to send this text.
No way. Is that
What?
your boss?
He kind of was at the time.
Okay.
He goes, what did you just do? And I'm like, thumbs up smiling.
Like, huh? Am I?
I look back at it
Sorry.
now and he goes,
Genius
He goes,
comedian.
how much have you had to drink? And I'm like, Mr. Hurley from Big Daddy.
Oh, Big Daddy. Yeah, yeah.
He's like, Mr. Hurley. And he's
Yeah.
like, Mr. Hurley, you've been drinking? He's like, I've had a few Chardonnays. What of it? Like, I am fucking wasted. I should not be doing this. And I'm like, what? All of a sudden, my phone buzzes. And she goes, black with white polka dots. I'm like, game on.
Wow.
Fucker. So at this point, I'm not even paying attention to the game. Game could not be happening. Game's happening. I don't really give a shit. So I am paying attention to the fact that now this girl and I are talking dirty during the entire game.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. The plan is, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I'm going to meet her back at the office.
Okay.
And even though she has an apartment in Brighton,
Yeah.
she's going to meet me at the office and we're going to get a motel in Watertown and we're going to spend the night together. Okay.
Okay.
The problem is this. It's Easter weekend
Yeah.
and her parents are up from DC and they're staying
Oh,
with her
so they're with her.
in Brighton. So
Okay.
she's going to have to meet me there, whatever. Okay.
Okay.
So the game ends and everyone's going back to game on. I can't be bothered by any of this because I have to get back to the office. Okay.
Okay.
Office is in Brighton. We're at Fenway.
Yeah.
I have to sober up. I have this bright idea. I'm going to walk up Com Ave
Okay.
towards BU
Okay.
to Brighton. Okay.
Okay.
Now, you know me, Tom.
Yeah.
I'm a social fucking guy.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm walking up BU.
Did you play the panty game with somebody on your way? Or-
I'm starting conversations with like young college kids.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And I think in my mind,
Yeah.
I'm probably like Travolta
Yeah.
in like
you're
Saturday Night
yeah,
Fever.
They're just like eating it up, right?
But in
Yeah.
reality, I'm probably more like Eastbound and Down, like Kenny
Yeah,
Powers, like
right.
where I'm like, I think I'm dancing and shucking and like having conversations, but I'm like not moving at all. And like everyone's like, what the fuck
Yeah,
is
yeah,
wrong?
yeah, yeah.
I think I probably like offered to like buy like college kids booze and they're like, I can buy my own
Yeah, I
booze.
really
and I'm
don't-
like, fucking
yeah.
have fun
Just
with
stay
you.
away
I'm
from
going to
the whole-
fucking
yeah,
bang
yeah.
some chick. So as I get up towards the Paradise, there's like a store 24.
Okay.
At this point, that's like 2 miles from Fenway or a mile and a half
Sure.
from Fenway. I'm still a mile and a half from where I have to go. I realize I stink because I sweated all this alcohol. It's kind of hot.
You've been dancing.
I am dancing up Com Ave.
Sure.
I should get some deodorant, some water. As I'm shopping around store 24, I get my mini deodorant, my water. I'm like, I haven't hooked up with somebody in a little while. I should get some razors. So I get some like Bic disposables. I basically like load up. Okay.
Okay.
I get back to the station.
I'm scared. Yeah.
Right. It's now like 5 o'clock. I'm half hour early.
Okay.
And I think I should just prep now. So I can't go up to the office because it's too apparent that I'm doing this. So I go to the
Wasn't
back.
she there? She's there.
She had to go home to get her parents.
Oh.
So I have to go to the bathroom. I decide. And again, all this makes perfect sense in my mind.
Yeah.
absolute perfect sense in my mind.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's a public bathroom on the first floor.
Okay.
So I go to the bathroom of the public and I take my shirt off and I'm giving myself like a sink, toilet's clean, and I'm washing my armpits and I'm getting all clean, putting my deodorant on, and I look down and my chest is all hairy as shit.
Yeah.
And I start giving myself like a dry shave, and then it's like uneven and I'm panicking. So then I have to shave it more and more, and I'm cutting myself because I'm dry shaving, and there's blood everywhere because it's dry shave. Dude, it gets worse from there.
Okay.
So I get down to like my stomach, and I'm like, this is a catastrophe. I just got to stop. But there's blood on my shirt.
Yeah.
So I have to like put paper towels on the blood things. Like ever watch your dad shave back in
Yeah.
like the 80s,
You
right?
just have like the little piece.
So I have pieces of paper stuck to my chest.
Okay.
With my shirt over it, right?
Yeah.
Crisis averted. She rolls up. But then I realize if we're going to go to this motel, I don't have any clothes to wear the next day.
Okay.
But there's a Gap outlet next to where we're going.
Okay.
So I asked her, can we stop at the Gap outlet so I can get some clothes for the next day? So remember what I used to wear back in the day? It was like definitely Gap clothes.
Sure.
So I go to the Gap and I have my credit card. So I get like jeans and a shirt the next day, but I'm still kind of drunk. So I kind of go shopping and I buy like pajamas and like a shirt. I'm in there for like 30 minutes. This girl was like, what the hell are you doing?
Sure.
So I come out, I have like a Christmas load of stuff for her, for like to bring back into her car.
Yeah.
We get to the motel and she's like, obviously like you're hammered. Like,
Yeah.
I need to catch up. So she goes, can you go to the liquor store next door and get me some rum? And I
Okay.
go, okay, no problem. So I go, what do you drink with the rum? And she's like, Coke.
Okay.
So in my mind, I'm like, rum and Coke. So I get her a handle of Captain Morgan's
Okay.
and like a 20-ounce Coke. I don't know why I thought that was like, I don't know why like those those rations.
That's like drunk math. Yeah.
Drunk math. So go to the hotel. It's still there. It's right next to Toyota of Watertown.
Yep.
It's the grossest thing I've ever done in my entire life. As we get into the room, all the sobriety in my life hits me like a wave.
Oh no.
And I realize I barely know anything about this girl. This is the most awkward situation in my life. So after like 5 minutes of like awkward making out, we both realize this is the worst idea ever.
Okay.
Her phone rings.
Yeah.
She's like, it's my mom. Can I take this outside? She goes outside. I hear it. It's like a Charlie Brown conversation.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm out with a friend. Like, I'll be home. It's like, wah, 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 wah. This goes on for a minute. She comes back in the room. She goes, my parents want me to come home. I'm like, come home? We just got here. This is before Uber, for anything.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I have no way of getting back. She's
Yeah.
like, I'll come back and get you in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow.
So I'm like, I guess that's fine. So she leaves. I have the worst night's sleep. Now it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
I'm alone at this motel. I just have to suffer like the entire night. The plan is she's going to come back early enough in the morning.
Could you
where
just get a cab or
I
cabs?
I mean, I guess I could have got a cab.
Take the subway or something? Like
This in Watertown, there's cabs, no subway.
Yeah, okay.
I could have
Cabs,
called.
though. Yeah, you could've
There's one phone call of a friend I could have made. I
Yeah.
don't know if that embarrassment could have I could have got through that
Oh, because
embarrassment.
you're like, you didn't want to.
There's a lot going on in my mind at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
So she's going to pick me up early in the morning.
Okay.
Okay. I get to, the plan is we'll get to the office
Yeah.
early before anybody can see us.
Yeah.
Right? Let's get to the office. It'll be
Sure.
no big deal. Get to the garage. No one's there. Shut the door. I'm like, thank God we made it.
Yeah.
Close the door. I turn around. My old boss is shutting his door at that exact moment. And he looks at me. He's like, hey guys, what are you doing here so early? I'm like, fucking shit. It's the goddamn Coldplay Kiss Cam, like
Yeah.
catching me like at that exact moment.
Sure.
So I can't live this story down, whatever. Leave that company, go to a different company.
Okay.
I find out she gets hired at this company.
At the new company.
The fucking new company. I'm like, I got to quit this fucking company.
Yeah.
Okay. She, on her first day of work,
But you didn't hook up, right?
it was like a little bit of a hookup,
Yeah.
but like
Then
the
she-
phone,
yeah,
the thing,
okay.
the
Yeah.
awkward, the phone rings, whatever.
Okay.
The phone, what do you call it? So she gets hired at the new company. I'm dreading her first day.
Yeah.
Her first day comes, she sends an email to her new boss sorry, I decided I can't take this job.
She didn't take the job?
No, I decided I'm going to go back to school. I want to get my master's degree. Sorry. Wow. I'm like, holy shit, crisis averted. No, Tom, because fucking I need to get my karmic revenge because guess who took that job? My ex fucking wife.
That's wild.
So that is hookup story number 1.
That's pretty crazy. Do you think so? What color were the panties again? It was
black with white polka dots.
okay. It was black with white polka dot panties.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that? So do you think she didn't take the job because she was like, I can't face this guy again?
I hope so.
Okay.
But then again,
And-
if she did take the job, my life would be drastically different.
So B, do you think that she made positive changes in her life because that was like her bottom? She was like, this guy has like cuts all over his chest.
Oh yeah, I mean,
he's going to the Gap. He looks like he's homeless, right? He's like doing stuff in the sink at work. You know, like, do you think that was like that was
Yes.
a bottom for her? Yeah.
Yes.
That she's like, I have to stop texting people back when they ask me what color paint.
well, because if you notice, I left out the part of the story where I take my shirt off and I have like these like paper towels all over my chest
Yeah,
because
you're
I
like-
don't know what her.
You're like Wolverine or so. You have like scratches. She's like, what is this guy like dog fighting or something?
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing? Like,
'Cause
you in Fight Club, you know?
I didn't want to give her perspective of how fucking ridiculously terrible I looked. I'm assuming it was terrible. I'm assuming she was like, this kid is fucking awful.
That's a wild. You're just half shaven.
Dude, and it was like up to like my belly button. So it was like I still had like a hairy belly. It was like I didn't think the whole thing out. But back then
that's clear.
it was like you know that expression like do it for the vine?
Yeah, right.
I was like doing it for like the story.
For the gram.
For the gram.
Vines are.
Yeah.
That you just dated yourself, but we didn't have either, right? Yeah.
So again, these stories, these hookup stories, they're not great, but you know what? That's what happens.
Yeah.
So the last one, I didn't learn my lesson.
Okay.
Because
That's shocking.
there was another girl
Yep.
at that same company.
Okay.
Right? There's a company that that girl almost worked for.
Yep.
So before my ex-wife was there.
Yeah.
Actually, she might have been there, but we weren't together. Young girl, really into me. Mm-hmm. She was sweet, but I'm tired. I wasn't into it.
Yeah.
But she was really into me. So we'd hang out every now and then, and I knew I wasn't really into her.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had this buddy, and he was like, have you ever tried Molly? And I was like, never tried it. He's like, we're going to go to this concert. You'll try it. And I was like,
Okay.
all right, we'll try it. So we go to the concert. He doesn't have the Molly, but he's like, I got something better. He's a rave guy. He's like, it's called sassafras, some weird shit.
Sassafras.
I have no fucking clue what it was. And he's like, you put it under your tongue. It's like this little powder. And he's like, it does the same thing, but it's all natural. I'm like,
Oh, shit.
all right. I was probably like 28. I'm like, okay,
It's all natural. Everything comes from a plant, right?
Comes from a
like
plant.
Weed is all natural.
right? So I try it. Doesn't do shit. Try
Yeah.
it. Doesn't do shit.
Yeah.
So by the end of the night, he's like, how much did you do? I go, this much. I show him the bag. He's like, you fucking did all that?
Yeah,
I go,
yeah. That's a
it's
classic-
not doing
classic
anything.
error, yeah.
He goes, you got to go home. I'm
You
like,
stand up and you're like, wait.
yeah, I'm like, I got to fucking go home. So I'm taking this girl home. We get to her place, and she's like, do you want to come in? At that moment, every fucking thing I did that night hits me like a ton of bricks.
Okay. Yeah.
So I realized like this is the time to tell this girl you're not into her. She's like, do you want to come in?
Yeah.
And I let her out of the car. I do a 3-point turn in her road, and I roll down her window, and I go, I don't think we should see each other anymore. And I turn around, and I drive away. Right. Okay. So this girl is rip shit
Yeah.
at me.
Sure, as would be the
Fucking
case, yeah.
bullshit. So for the next couple months, it's very awkward at work, but we finally get to a place where like I think we're kind of friends again. But whatever. So we get to a point where it's like a Friday before a long weekend.
Yeah.
She's going home to Long Island.
Okay.
We're kind of friends.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm taking a train. We worked by South Station.
Yeah.
She's like, I have to be at South Station at 11.
Okay.
I have a meeting with my boss at 10:30.
Yeah.
And then I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I said, okay. So she goes to have the meeting with her boss at 10:30, and she leaves her cell phone on her desk.
Okay.
So we work in this big open room. It's this
Yep.
giant open room, with like
Okay.
100 desks.
Yeah.
So I walk across the room, I grab her cell phone, and I put it in my desk.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of forget about it. And like 10 minutes go by. So now it's like 10:40. And she comes out of the meeting with her boss, and she goes and she gets her shit, and she's trying to leave, and she realizes she doesn't have her phone. So she starts to like pat her ass and pat her pockets and look through her drawers, and she doesn't have her phone, and she can't find it. So she goes back to the conference room she was in.
Hilarious prank, right?
Hilarious prank.
Oh my God.
And I'm just watching this girl that doesn't have her phone, and I'm watching the clock because I know it's a 5-minute walk to South Station. Her train's at 11. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let her know within the next like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So now it's 11:43. She still can't find it. her boss comes over and is like, I just see like hands.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? Can't find her phone. So he starts to look for it. And then another guy comes over and starts to look for it. And now there's like 5 people looking for this phone. And I'd been there for like almost a year at that point.
Yeah.
And everyone knows me over there. Like,
Sure.
it was like, if I tell them I have the phone, everyone's gonna be like, original prankster, like you're a fucking funny guy. So I'm just watching this happen, and I'm like, she's gonna be fine for a train. Like, I'll let her know in a minute.
Yeah.
So it's now like 11:48. Like, I'm probably pushing it. There's like 5 people fucking looking for this girl's phone.
Yeah.
And she looks over at me, and she looks up and she goes, "Do you have my phone?" And I pull it out of my desk, and I'm like, "I got your phone." And she comes over and she grabs it with all of her stuff, and she goes, "You're a fucking asshole." And she leaves. And I was like, whatever, get back to my shit.
Yeah.
And 2 minutes later, my buddy Adam comes in, and he goes, "Hey, what's up with so-and-so?" And I go, "I don't know, dude. She's pissed. I took her cell
That's
phone."
overreacting.
He goes, "No, man, they just fired her."
Oh no.
Dude, so they fucking fire her at that 10:30 meeting. And all she wants to do is get the fuck out of there.
They ruined your prank.
They fucking ruined my fucking prank, Tom.
What an asshole move by the guy who fired her.
Could you fucking believe that? I was like, I cannot believe it.
That's a wild.
Like that, I was like, hey, don't hook up with chicks at work ever again.
Yeah.
Probably don't steal their phones.
Yeah.
But like the feeling of this girl, like, I just want to leave. They fucking just fired
That
me.
is miserable. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
again, it could have been a Coldplay kiss cam. I could have get caught. My marriage
Yeah.
could have been over. Or I could have stolen your phone and you could have been fired.
I think you got off pretty easy.
I think I pretty
all
easy.
being said, all things being equal. Yeah.
But now I look at, all right, so just to be clear.
Yeah.
These 2 stories I told you. Right,
Yeah.
while humorous in nature.
Yes.
I have learned valuable lessons.
Right.
Because these all happened in my 20s.
Yeah.
And I would
Now you
never.
don't steal phones,
Yes.
right? You don't shave yourself with a dry razor.
Never.
Yep.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily shave myself with a dry razor and tell people about it now.
Okay.
But I would still do it.
You
I
don't
would
shop at the Gap. You learned
No, and I've
not
grown
to
up.
Shop at the
No, strictly Express and Roosevelt's online.
Really?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I don't even know what that is.
That's it. So either way, I've matured, and now as an adult, I realize that hooking up with people at work gets you in trouble.
That's a good lesson.
And if I had told these stories to astronomer guy prior to his date at Coldplay, maybe this crisis would have been averted.
Something tells me that astronomer guy is not like a hey, I'm going to take this friendly advice. I think he's shooting a shot no matter what. I don't think he's going to learn from this one. I'll tell you that.
You think so?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right. Well,
We'll see. I guess.
we went a little bit long on those, but
So long we had to cut a segment. Hashtag personal growth.
personal growth, I'm trying. But we won't have time for the
You're trying.
NDB this week.
Yes.
We'll come back strong
I hope
next week.
I hope.
Not as smug,
Stronger than
not
ever.
as smug. But my editing skills are getting fucking phenomenal.
You are very good at editing. People say all the time, this is a very professional podcast.
Very fucking professional.
Working sound, there's a lot of things.
The one thing I will say, the camera life is not as great as I thought it
Oh,
was.
the camera, that's too bad.
I think it cut out halfway.
Well,
but
the side angle is probably not my best angle anyways.
no, I think you look great.
Oh, thank you.
So Tom, as always, we always end with our favorite thing, closing the plugs. So
Yes.
who's our thank yous, Tom?
Oh, we always thank Bernthal because he's delightful.
He is
Does he has like something new coming out? I think, or
He's always in something. He's I saw that he's going to be in the new Spider-Man, maybe.
oh, that makes sense.
Maybe.
Yeah,
He's a
as the
Punisher.
Punisher again. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's always working.
I'll tell you what. If we're wrong about that, we're gonna be fucking smashed.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I know people are gonna because this is like the Bernthal podcast. I'd like to thank Toronto Rob for not sending anything in.
No. Toronto Rob, as much as you like to hate him,
Yeah,
whenever he joins,
yeah,
people go absolutely crazy for him.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's like a lot of people search for like Bin Laden. Or,
That's right.
There's a lot of people who write books about Hitler. Yeah.
You know who I'd like to thank?
Yes.
And we didn't thank them the last time, and I meant to. We have crazy amount of listeners in the UK and in Israel all of a sudden.
That's pretty wild.
It is wild because Podbean tells us where the listeners come from.
Yeah.
So obviously Massachusetts is massive. United States is growing
Yeah.
because of Lindsay. The Connecticut area is fucking off the chart. So
Yeah.
thank you to everybody. But our listeners who are across the pond in the UK, and then our new listeners in Israel. I have no idea
Yeah.
how you found us or why. And our 3 listeners in Japan.
Probably Mossad like looking into Toronto Rob.
No, I hope not.
yeah.
I hope not. The Greek's not going to be be happy with that. But thank you to everybody who's listening. Obviously, we're trying to grow this podcast, so send it to people who might just be in need of a laugh or to make fun of Tom and I don't give a shit.
Sure.
Whatever it is. So thank you to everybody. And as always, thank you to Dean Corsi for this fire theme. It's the best. Email Tom and I at divorcewithfriends@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter at divorcewfpod, Instagram at divorcewithfriends, and go to those podcast streaming apps. Smash, like, subscribe, unsubscribe,
Resubscribe.
fuck,
5
resubscribe,
stars.
5 stars, write us reviews. Thanks for coming by. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Abort.
What?
Abort. This is a terrible idea. I'm not.
Okay, we won't do it.
That's a bad idea. I love you.
All right, we won't.